Can you imagine a creature that shifts its form, prowls in the dead of night, and feeds on the life force of the unsuspecting? Welcome to the world of the Aswang, a creature steeped in the rich folklore of the Philippines. The Aswang, a term derived from the Sanskrit word asura, meaning demon, holds a special place in the pantheon of mythical beings that populate Philippine folklore. It is often described as a shapeshifter, capable of transforming into a variety of forms, from a human to an animal, and even inanimate objects. Many tales portray the Aswang as a vampire-like entity, lurking in the shadows, preying on the weak and the vulnerable. These tales talk of the Aswang feeding on the blood or the internal organs of its victims, often pregnant women or the sick. But remember, these are tales woven from the threads of fear and superstition. The Aswang also carries the reputation of being a ghoul, a creature that digs up the dead from their graves to feast on their decaying flesh. Many a tale has been spun around this aspect, with the Aswang often blamed for unexplained disappearances or deaths in a community. In Filipino folklore, the Aswang is a shapeshifter, capable of transforming into different animals or even other people. This ability to disguise itself makes it a formidable and terrifying creature in the eyes of many. Despite its fearsome reputation, the Aswang is said to have weaknesses that can be exploited. Garlic, salt, and religious artifacts are believed to ward off this malevolent being, providing some protection to those who fear encountering it. One of the most well-known characteristics of the Aswang is its ability to suck the blood of its victims, using a long proboscis-like tongue. This method of feeding is not only gruesome, but also adds to the creature's aura of horror and dread. The Aswang is often depicted as living in remote areas or abandoned houses, emerging only at night to hunt for prey. Its elusiveness and nocturnal habits contribute to the mystery and fear surrounding this legendary creature. Despite the many variations in Aswang lore, one thing remains consistent: the deep-rooted fear and superstition that it instills in those who believe in its existence. The Aswang continues to be a prominent figure in Filipino folklore, captivating and terrifying audiences with its dark and malevolent nature. Yet, it's essential to separate the wheat from the chaff, the reality from the myth. Despite the pervasive belief in the existence of the Aswang, particularly in rural areas, there is no empirical evidence to support these claims. The Aswang remains a creature of legend, a product of cultural fears and superstitions. The tales of the Aswang serve as cautionary tales, reinforcing societal norms and values and promoting caution and vigilance. To put it succinctly, the Aswang is a mythical shapeshifter that features prominently in Philippine folklore. It is often portrayed as a vampire-like entity or a ghoul, preying on the vulnerable and the weak. However, despite the widespread belief in the Aswang, particularly in rural areas, there is no concrete evidence to support its existence. The Aswang remains a creature of legend, a symbol of cultural fears and societal norms. So, the next time you hear a rustle in the dark or a distant howl in the night, remember the Aswang, a creature of myth, a symbol of fear, but most importantly, a significant part of the rich tapestry that is Philippine culture and folklore.